Hey everyone, how's it going? Z Butler TCG here. Just wanted to show you my Numeron Invoked deck that I've been playtesting pretty extensively, and I've had some decent success with it so far. So basically, the reason why I chose to even build this deck at all was because the format has become very hyper-focused on beating combo decks. Dragon Link and Infernoble are the two best decks right now, I would argue. And then there's Dinosaur as well, which is kind of a combo deck in its own weird way. So because of that, everyone's so focused on those kinds of decks that the Numeron engine is actually really strong right now. And none of the best hand traps right now, outside of Gamma, actually interact with Zexal at all. And so because of that, I wanted to play the Numeron cards, and they're just really good in general, and it's a small engine. And then the Invoked cards are just a natural complement with that as well. So I'll show you guys the deck I've been playing, and kind of just explain why I'm playing it as I go. So first you've got 3 Alistair, of course, 3 Numeron Wall. This card's crazy. It's both a hand trap, like a defensive hand trap because it can end the battle phase, as well as like an extender, which is really cool. So then for the rest of the hand traps, you got 3 Ash. The Gamma package is still the best hand trap right now. I'm playing Droll instead of Nibiru in the main deck. I feel like Droll is just harder to play around for many players. Combo players know how to play around Nibiru better, but they don't really think about how to play around Droll for the most part. And then the last hand trap that I'm main decking is actually Artifact Lancia. So this gives me 15 hand traps in the main, which means I will almost always see at least one going first, because I'm going to count Numeron Wall as a hand trap for this scenario. These are 2 lower impact, but like they're lower impact in general, but they're very good against the decks that they're intended for. So like these are good against both dinos and rockets, and Lancia shines against literally every deck that's played right now. So I definitely think it's worth main decking. And then for the spells, I play 3 Network, 1 Calling. This is just like a Garnet, so I don't really want to play more than 1. I do also play Desires. I had considered playing 2 just in case I banish 1 with Desires, but I thought about it, and the conclusion I came to is that if I activate Desires and I banish this, hopefully the cards that Desires gets me will be able to play. And if I'm in a position where the Desires loses me the game because I have this and I didn't use it first before Desires, then I deserve to lose that game anyway. Generally, Desires in riskier decks like this is always correct. I do also main deck Super Poly. This is a decision I don't think many people are familiar with right now. But this is mostly to break the Savage Dragoon boards, or like, you know, if they have a Herald out, I can normal summon Alistair and Super Poly into Makaba, things like that. It just comes up a lot. This card is really strong overall, though. Then you've got the Invoked parts, you've got 3 Meltdown. I only play 2 Invocations. The reason for 2 is that you essentially have, let's see, 3 Alistair, 3, 6, 7, 8 ways. 10, yeah, you have 10 copies of Invocation when you want to see it, due to terraforming, set rotation, Alistair, things like that. And so I didn't want to play an additional copy, which put me to 11. That just wasn't worth it. The last spells I play are 1 for 1, just to get the Numeron Wall. This isn't ideal, but it's there. If you are forced to Numeron Wall through 1 for 1, that means that you are actually susceptible to Nibiru, so you have to be really careful. But in almost every other circumstance, it's just better just to have it's better just to have the wall, but this is just a 4th copy of wall. And then the last spell I'm actually main decking is 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More. This deck is very good at going second. I want to go first, but I have so many going second cards that I can blind second if I feel so inclined. And it really punishes the opponent for choosing to go first, because they have to deal with 6 board breakers that are unchainable, and then 15 hand traps as well. So that's the main deck. It's exactly 40 cards. For the extra deck, there's 2 copies of Makaba. Didn't really think the second one was going to come up as much as it has, but it's pretty useful. 1 Agoides, this card's insane. 1 Purgatrio, and then my friend Joe, we played this, so I'm just took it from him. One Elysium. This is just, you know, another good generic way to get rid of a bunch of cards. And then for Super Poly, Starving Gun and Fusion Dragon. So this gives you essentially 6 Super Poly targets. You have 3 lights, or 4 lights, sort of. You have 3 lights, anything, and then a fire and a dark. So it covers most of your bases. This card never came up, but it's really good just to have just in case. Then there's Cypher Lord Omega for the Gamma, just because, like, if they try to Droll or Ash you and you can Gamma them on your turn, like, you can just win the game. This is also good against Maximus, so that's what it's there for. Then you've got the Zexal package. So Zexal, number C1, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just 1 copy of each. These cards don't really do anything, and you don't need more than 1 ever, so. And then just the 2 generic link ones to make sure that my Alistair can be whatever I need it to be. I'll just show you guys the side deck I was working with before. It's not the greatest, but, I mean, it is what it is. So I've been siding 3 Nibiru, Pankratops, 2 Mystic Mines. So when I side to hard go second. So I side into Mystic Mines and this and these, and then, you know, if they choose to go first, then they're really going to struggle. And then 3 Cosmic Cyclones, Harpy Southern. These mostly just go in against like rogue decks. These can actually, the Cyclones can go in against the mirror matches though, like the Invoked mirror matches, because banishing the invocation is very powerful. Then Red Reboot, of course, for random back row decks, and then I actually side the artifact package to go first. So that's the deck. Don't really have much to say on it, honestly. It's just a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying playing a non-combo deck, because when the format shifts to like all combo decks, I try to play a deck built to beat them, and that's what this is. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know down below. Otherwise, have a good day.